man, listen, I'm here talking to you about the Midwest Fire Weekend. That's going to be from July 31st to August the 3rd. Make sure you come out, your family and yourself. Support the ISUPK. It's a lot going on in the world today, man. America turned its back on us a long time ago, but now you get to see what's happening. In the light of all of that, let's bring Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians together again with this Midwest Fire Weekend, man. This is the 8th one. Let's keep doing it until our king come back. Make sure that you support. Hit the GoFundMe. You'll see the information at the bottom of the screen. Hit isupk.com. Call the number for any questions. With that, shalom. Knows that the Lord is a man of war. Everybody knows that, right? Everybody. Hold on. Right. Ooh, wait. That's some good scotch. Get a hand to the brother who got this good scotch. Excellent scotch. Excellent scotch. That makes sure that a man of war does his job correctly. The why. Now, with that being said, everybody turn to Exodus 15:3. We'll talk about how the Lord is a man of war. Prove that the Lord is about warfare. Who got it? Go ahead.
Exodus chapter 15, verse 3. The Lord is a man of war.
Who?
The Lord is a man of war.
You see, the Lord is about
how likely is he to show up? Is he a kill boy?
Training. Right. The Lord isn't about games. He's about what he can do.
On a G, folks, every time I want to do something right, it ends up being wrong. I come around these friends and they give me a bad mindset, man. Man, I hope this Real Nigga Academy is what Osh was talking about.
In this life, there's always going to be someone or something that's going to try to stop you from coming into the truth. The question is, what are you willing to do or to give up to gain the keys to life?
Matthew chapter 10 and verse 24. All right, we'll begin with verse 3. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 24. The disciple is not above his master.
Come on.
The what?
Against the wall.
The disciple
Against the wall.
above his master.
Put your hands on the wall. Spread your legs.
Someone who's learning to be disciplined from a master. Is there a bit like the Japanese, the Chinese, say, and all that? All right.
Above his Lord.
No, the servant above his Lord.
Hey, what you doing with a gun? Up against the wall. Turn around. Up against the wall.
Nobody should do that. All right? At all. Read. Of course.
Is that anything you have? You have anything else?
No.
All right, come on, have a seat.
Soldier is not above his lieutenant. He's not above.
Hey, what we doing in the class?
Hey, listen. In here, if you got a question,
What
if
we
you
doing
got
in
a
the class?
question, listen, shut your mouth. In here, what you do is you raise your hand first, and then you wait till you call on, and then you acknowledge. Go ahead.
What we doing in this class?
In this class, you know what we do in this class? I'm teaching you how to be a knucklehead. You've been a knucklehead for way too long. What I'm doing in here is I'm teaching you how to not be a young nigga, but I'm trying to show you how to be a young man. That's
Right.
You understand? Nigga, let me tell you something.
Well done, soldier. You've walked through the doors. Now class is in session. Ask every question that you can. Take the answers and apply it to your life so that you can be the man that the Lord wants you to be and the man your people need you to be.
And of course, these are the things that you needed to know on how to become a man of God. You understand? Peter felt the same way. You're going to have to lose your life to get a life. Mark chapter 10 and verse 28. Give me that. Who y'all heard me? Y'all heard what I want?
Yeah.
Most High Christ. Let me get that scripture. What's up, young man?
If I can. Where's the science in the book?
That's a good question. That's a great question. Give me 1 Peter chapter 4 and 12. I'm gonna show you your science because you have a certain science tonight that I want you to understand. So let me get 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 12.
Book 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is
The fiery trial.
fiery trial, which is to try you as though some strange thing happened unto you.
You remember that fiery trial that happened to you when you came to the school and them young men was with you and they was trying to get you to go ahead and go and jump in the Kia car, and they had going to get about some money, and they trying to get some munyon and some honey, whatever the hell they was talking about. They tried to get you to go into a Kia and die with all the other Kia boys. But you know what? You told them, nah, I'm going to go into this real nigga university. That was heavy. That was a fiery trial. You went through it, but don't think you're the only person that went through that. You're not. We all went through it. Everybody's family told them this, told them that. But you know what? You've been coming here for the past 60 days, 90 days. You've been here. 3 months ago, this happened. But today, I want to highlight you because you've been diligent. You've been diligent. So today, listen, anybody can have their day, but today it's his day. Young nigga, get on up here. Give him a hand, Aki. Give him a hand.
And with that, the transformation begins. You're no longer a YN. Now you're a YM, a young man. Now it's time to move and act accordingly. Because remember, you don't just represent yourself anymore.
If you're not my people, we ain't equal. Yeah, I said it. You can press it and address it, share it.
Indians, we are the Israelites. Can I get an amen? Amen and hallelujah. The Isupk are the real priests and prophets in the earth today. Listen to them. Amen. I'm not even fit to teach this Bible, and I've taught it wrong for so long. Just listen to the priests of the Isupk. Y'all hear me? We all just need to get in all black and start our 90 days, because Christianity isn't the way.
Yes, Pastor.
Now look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, visit isupk.com and find the school nearest you.
Visit isupk.com and find the school nearest you.
I'm going to start right now. White Terry. Shalom. Blacks.
We live? All right, Most High Christ. Hey, get a Lord ahead, Aki. Isupk Milwaukee, this is captain's class. You understand? The topic of the night is, does God hate? And if so, let me go live on Big O real quick. All right, no sweat. We live on Big O. All right, the topic of the night's class is, does God hate? And if so, who, what, why, and how? Those are going to be if God hates first, let's find out if God hates. It's a few scriptures in the Bible, not just a few. It's a plethora of scriptures in the Bible that tells you that God hates. I would like for somebody, while we in this class, whether you online, tuning in from the Christian Church Live, wherever you might be, I want to see if y'all can find in the Bible where it says God is all love. Now, we know God loves. We know God hates. Matter of fact, let me get that first. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and 8. Let me get that first. Come on, y'all, quickly. Ecclesiastes is right after Songs of Solomon. The Proverbs, is it? Right after Proverbs, before Songs of Solomon. All right, let's get it. And Ecclesiastes means the leaders, the leaders that your elders, the people that made this book were the ones that were in charge of the nation of Israel at the time. And this is how your leaders should be teaching you. If you ever wonder why the leaders that you handpicked today are trash, reason is because they do not read the Bible. Back in the day, your leaders read the Bible. Who got the scripture? Whoever got it, let's read.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 8. A time of love and a time of hate.
Do me a favor. Let's let these young men read. Let these young men read. Give it to young man Nick. I know he got it. Young man Jay, he gotta get it together. You got to learn how to navigate through that book. Come on, today not how my uncle say, today not tomorrow. Today not tomorrow. Some good juice. Today, not tomorrow. Today, not tomorrow. If you need to, go to the very beginning of the book and look in your table of contents. Your table of contents will tell you where it's at. And once you find it in your table of contents, then you'll be able to read it. Before you read, you want to call out what scripture you're reading so that everybody online and in the class can know exactly what you're reading from. We need that sound right there.
Verse 8.
Go ahead, young man, read. Why he ain't got no headpiece on, Aki?
Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 8.
Try repeat after me. Ecclesiastics.
Ecclesiastes.
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 That's good. I'll take that.
Chapter 3, verse 8.
Let's go.
A time to love and a time to hate.
Give me verse 1. Start at verse 1.
Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
To everything here is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven.
Stop. All right, here's how you read, all right? When you read, you want to read all the way up till you see a comma or a period or exclamation mark or something like that, all right? That's what you want to make sure you do. You understand? Huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, no sweat. That's what you want to do. So it would look like this. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything there is a season. And then you stop there. The reason why you stop there is because I'm going to break that down. Unless I say, all right, keep going or go ahead or read. You understand? Yes, then you would keep going. All right, so let's try it again once you fix your headband. Once you fix your headband, take your time. And don't just tie it once.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. Everything.
Read everything. No, read everything you see. It says to everything. Slow down if you need to. This ain't a race. It's a marathon. All right. Slow down.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 1. To everything here is a season.
To everything there is a season. We know that. Why? Because the earth has seasons. You name the 4 seasons. Go ahead. Nope, you raise your hand in it. Go ahead.
Winter, summer, fall, and spring.
Absolutely. There are 4 seasons, and they should absolutely show you a different time in the year, what's going on and the seasons that's happening. You understand? In the winter, it's cold, snow. In the summer, it's nice and hot. In the spring, like right with it's rainy, humid, moist, kind of warm. And then in autumn, you know that you're coming into the autumn because the leaves begin to fall. This is just what happens. And it's just how the cycle of life is. The cycle of life is like that. Your marriage is like that. Raising your children is like that. Your relationships are like that. Everything has a season, and most things you got to learn how to weather. You can't weather anything, then you're what we call unfit. That's what we unfit. All right. So to everything, there's a season, right? Go ahead.
I want to call. And a time to every purpose under the heaven.
And there's a time for everything under the heavens. Meaning, what's under the heavens, y'all? Where is the heavens? Point to the heavens. All right. Heavens is above, right? Point to hell. Hell, point to it. Point to where hell is. All right. You was using the wrong finger. You know that finger broke, so you're doing this. All right. So heaven is up there. What's under the heavens? Raise. Stop blurting out like that. Go ahead. Earth. So it says that there's a time to every purpose on earth. Now, what would be a purpose on earth? What is a purpose? Go ahead.
To serve.
Say that again.
To serve.
A purpose? No. Your purpose is to serve the Lord, but no. There's a purpose or damn, I want to give it to you. Why you do things. You understand? Let's put it like, go ahead. Give your mama the mic. Get up and he'll get it up and get it to you.
To survive?
No. Okay. What I'm asking is, what does the word purpose mean? Purpose means, yes, our purpose should not be to survive. Our purpose should be to live. Living and surviving, two different things. What black people doing in America, we survive with nothing. What white people are doing is living with everything. There's two different lifestyles. They don't worry about what we worry about. When they pull up to the pump, they're not making life decisions whether I should get gas or toilet paper for my ass. They're not thinking that. You understand? They thinking, I'm going to get this gas. And they're not saying, hey, let me get $5 on pump one. What they saying? Fill her up. You understand? They don't have money problems. We do. We have money problems. So there's a difference between, living and surviving. Nevertheless, purpose. The word purpose is, when it says for every purpose, there's a time for every purpose under the sun or under the heavens. It's talking about the purpose is, I gave you the answer already. Why you do something. That's just the purpose. My purpose, or why I do what I do, is the same thing. All right. So I'm speaking into this mic because the purpose of me speaking into this mic is so that it amplifies my voice, so everybody under my voice can hear what I'm saying online. That's a purpose. And there's a time for that. I'm not going to speak into this all day, every day. I'm not going to pick this mic up and take it home with me and wear it, you know what I'm saying, around my neck and speak into this mic, because there's no purpose for that. Hell, if it wasn't nobody online, I wouldn't need this mic, because y'all can hear me just fine in this room. There's a purpose for everything, right? And I'm breaking the scriptures down like this today because we starting to have younger men in the class who need to understand everything they read. Damn near got to teach them how to become master readers. So let's go.
Verse 2. A time to be born. Yeah. And a time to die.
All right. A time to be born and a time to die, meaning we're born and we die. It's just that simple. Everybody is born and everybody will die. Do you think you'll never die? Do you think you'll never die? How about you? Because I think I'll never die. I think I'm immortal. I think this is the last hurrah. I think Christ's coming back soon, and I don't even have to taste death if the Lord will have enough mercy on me. You understand? It's all about the Lord's grace. I'm just going to make sure that I'm an asset to the Lord. And perhaps he looks down and says, all right, I don't feel like replacing that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe he might be like, let's get DA out of the way. Send him on up to sleep with his fathers. I don't know. Nevertheless, everybody is born. Everybody dies. See, there's a time for birth, and that's celebrated, right? And then when you die, that's not celebrated. That's mourned. So there's a time when you come into the earth, and it's a great feeling. And it's a time when you leave the earth, and people gonna miss you because of the experiences that you had with them, and who you know, and the love that you got. And then they're gonna mourn because you died, because they just, yeah. Go ahead. Because they loved you so much. How about that? Go ahead.
And a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Meaning, there's a time where a farmer has to harvest. You don't harvest your crops. You don't harvest your crops when they just sprout. You know what I'm saying? You don't harvest your crops when they're still ripe. You wait till they're not ripe. You wait until they're ripe, ready to harvest, and then you cure them. I mean, that's just how life is. There's a time for that. Go ahead.
A time to kill and a time to heal.
So, does God say that you should not? It's never a time to kill. You know, Christians, they be like, God don't want me to kill nobody, so I'm just gonna pray. Lord be with him. You understand? I'm not him. If there's a time that I got to kill, I'm gonna kill or be killed. Go ahead.
A time to break down and a time.
You skip it. There's a time to kill, and then right after that, what does it say? And a time to heal. So at one time, maybe you have to, kill the same person that you have to heal, or heal the same person that you tried to kill. There's always a time. Go ahead. Y'all get the point? Do we have to keep going with this? There's a time for everything. Now drop down to verse 8.
A time to love and a time to hate.
Mm-hmm.
A time of
No, stop. Say that again. Read that again.
A time of love and a time of hate.
Is that what it says? Doesn't say of. Read what you see.
Time to love, time to hate.
So, young men, what would be the perfect time to love? It's crazy. Crazy, you don't even know. Go ahead.
I think now would be a perfect time to love your black and brown blood sisters, that this might possibly be the end. So you be the best, great person you can show love to those that you need to show love to.
Absolutely. Give her a hand. That's when it's time to love. When is it a time to hate? On you again.
When the Most High comes and slaughters our enemies.
No. Yes, but no. There's a time to hate today. There's a time to hate today. All right, I like to use this analogy a lot. Think about it as if there was, I'm just going to use white and black because that's the common races in America that have the highest level of animosity towards each other. If you have an innocent little white baby, you have an innocent little black baby, and both of them are hungry, and if they don't eat and drink right now, they're going to die, but you only got enough to nourish one. So if you share it with them, that's not enough nourishment for them to live. One has to get the whole meal, the other one gets no meal, or else they both die. Save one. Who are you going to save? Raise your hand. Go ahead, Tom. She's going to save her own race, right? So to speak. That's what we're talking about. Why? Is it because you love your race, right? If you love your race in that instance, then you have to give your baby the food. Can't give the white baby the food. And you can't share the damn food. If you are too kind and don't know that it's a time to love your own and hate the other one, and hate doesn't mean how white people hated us. White people hated us in a way where they hung us, wiped our identity out from away from us. They beat our culture away from us. They essayed us, meaning they sexually assaulted us. They buck broke us. They put us in a situation of poverty. They forced us to work for them for free for centuries. They became the richest country on the world, and then now they hate you in a different way. They was lynching you, using terrorist acts. Every time you built up a city, they would bomb it or blow it up or shoot everybody in the damn vicinity and destroy everything you had. That's called, like, here's history for you. In the 1930s or 40s, in Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma was a Black and Hispanic community. It was building up. They had everything of their own, bro. Imagine this. Imagine when you can go to the doctor and every doctor there is Black or Hispanic. That sounds like that'll never happen, huh? There was a time when it did. Imagine if you go to the bank and the owner of the bank is Black. The workers there are Black and Hispanic. The money that you have in there is Black money, because you take the American dollar and you circulate it around the city 9 to 10 to 11 times. When they get in the bank, that money done circulated and fed your whole community. Imagine going to the grocery store. This is in a time of segregation, y'all. Imagine going to a grocery store and there are no white people there. White people don't run it. You understand? There's no East Indians. There's no Chinese. Just Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. Imagine that. Wouldn't that be great? Imagine going to the playground and all you see is Black and brown people loving each other. No drug epidemic. No whores standing on the corner. A woman walked into my slave the other day with, brother, literally a tank top and a thong. That's it. The tank top was revealing. She might as well not even had that on. And it's children in here. All in the front. The little boy, I can see the little boys, they looking at that thing like, they don't need to see that. Imagine a place where you got women who dress in a decent manner. It's like what I'm saying, you have never seen before, have you? Where you had to go to school and all the kids at school was Black or Hispanic. Not one white person. Not one. There was a time when it was like that. And we were free to a certain degree. And then they bombed it. They bombed it. I've been there before. Called Tulsa, Oklahoma. I was there. So there's a time to love and there's a time to hate. Obviously, the earth is in the vibration of war right now. So wars going on, wars and rumors of wars. And the topic of tonight's class is, does God hate? Young man, can you answer that question for me? Does God hate? And if so, how do you know? Say it with your chest. Go ahead.
God does hate.
How do you know?
Just look at us. We have black skin, protect us from the skin, and white people have no pigment in their skin, giving them sunburn. We have.
He rationalized that one for me. All right, give me another example of how you know God hates. Even though that was kind of weak, but it was still, I'll take it. I'll take that. Give me another way that you know for a fact that God hates. For time's sake, somebody want to help him? Because he'll sit there and watch me look at him and say nothing for the next 5 minutes. Won't you? All right. Anybody want to help him? How do you know that God hates? These sisters are hurt. They go to the gym way too much.
Because he hated what we did back then, so now we get punished for the things that we did. The law that we followed.
Absolutely.
He hated what we did, so now we get punished for.
Absolutely. Give her a hand. Here's an even better way to know. Somebody will come get the mic from you, okay? Here's an even better way to know that God hates. What you ever seen a movie called Paid in Full? Anybody ever seen that? Raise your hand. Paid in Full. I seen it. Babe, you seen it. You just don't remember. Paid in Full. Well, Richard Porter and Alpo was trying to get AZ to get back in the game after he got shot. All right. And what was Cameron's reason or Alpo's famous quote that he said to that man to get him back off the couch? What did he say? I know you know, Kananya. Too late. Kananya already got it.
Niggas get shot every day, B.
Niggas get shot every day, B. You understand? Is it a good thing? Is it a lovely thing or a hateful thing for somebody to get shot? Everybody say it together out loud. Is it a lovely thing? It's a hateful thing. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 32 and 39. You understand? As a matter of fact, and then yeah, I'll take that. Give me that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me.
The Lord said, what? See now that I, even I, go ahead.
Am He.
Am who?
Am He.
Am she.
Am He.
Mother Nature.
Am He.
Am He. Listen, let me tell you something. I just have to say this, y'all. Hey, sis, God is not a woman, and if He was, we'd be screwed. You understand? Wouldn't be no more races. It'll just be flowers on the earth, honey, butterflies, hummingbirds. What else women like? Won't be no humans on earth. Y'all have been fed up about that. Get out. Everybody got to go. You do not annihilated everybody. If God was a woman, it'll be avatars here. Yeah, y'all will create cat people. What else women like? Teddy bears, gummy bears. It'll be Care Bears world. That's all it'll be. Clouds and rainbows and Skittles. Lovely things. Probably no male animals. They just probably, get rid of them and then want you back once they're gone. Y'all just help me out. You get me right when I'm wrong. Women don't want you there until you're gone, and then they want you back. And then it's too late. Well, if God was a woman, that would have been happened, and it had just been too late. Been too late. God been crying and be raining on the earth all day. I'm just playing. When God cries, it does not rain on the earth. All right. That's something that stupid Christians tell you in Sunday school. Why is it crying outside? Why is it raining outside? Because God is sad. Go ahead, sis. I'm sorry. The angels are sad. So now it's raining on the earth. Why is it thunderstorming outside? Because the angels are sad, right? Because God is angry. Okay. What's the other one? Why is it a tornado outside? Because God farted. You can't make this up. That's what they be saying. All right. So read, please.
Come. And there is no God with me.
Yeah, ain't no gods up there with him. Ain't no Mother Nature. There is no Zeus. None of that, man. None of that. Go ahead.
Come. I kill and I make alive.
What did the Lord say?
I kill.
The Lord said he what?
I kill.
And God is all love. Love is not killing. It ain't getting shot. The Lord said, I kill. Go ahead.
And I make alive.
He is the one who heals people as well. Go ahead.
I wound and I heal.
So when you get shot, what happened? Go ahead, young man. What happened? When you get shot, who did it? When there's someone that got shot, stabbed, slapped, hit by a car, who did it? According to what we just read, man. You got to read it again, Canunya, perhaps. 1 second. Let's give him a try.
Slide, sir. Should I start the verse over?
Yes.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive.
Go ahead.
I wound and I heal.
So when people be like, oh, you just got karma. Karma ain't up there with God. Most High is up there. Karma's not up there. Stop saying that was bad karma. That was the Lord. So when somebody gets shot or stabbed or strangled or, something bad happens to a person, you lose a foot. What? Why does that happen? Go ahead, Kanaya.
Salakia, sir, I just wanted to add in, they say you're lucky too. Like, you're lucky.
There was a God name that was luck come from fortune. Go ahead.
God.
Say, I can't hear you.
God.
Who?
God.
There you go. You got to say things with your chest. Give you another one. Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. Read that. I know y'all ain't going to find it. I be having trouble finding Amos. I think Amos is right behind Daniel. Hosea, one of them. It's right behind Joel. Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Let's go.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city?
What does it mean for a trumpet to be blown in the city? Y'all ever seen those medieval type of movies? And whenever an army is coming to somebody else's kingdom, what happens? How do the people know and start panicking when something happens like that? Go ahead, sis. Yeah, they be like, that means, go duck. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir, and when it's hurricane time.
Yeah, and I was about to say that in modern day, they have those horns that you pay attention to at all. You never do it, but they got them strategically placed around a city in very high places. Sometimes on top of churches because churches have that high point up there. But you'll see them big speakers, like the church next to my crib. They got them big speakers in there, and Those are sirens. So if a tornado or a bomb or like a nuke or domestic terrorism happens, they're gonna or a flood or earthquake, any type of thing like that, they're gonna sound them alarms. And that's all it's gonna sound all throughout the city. That's all you're gonna hear. That's to alert you to what? Evil. Evil is coming. Not good. Something about to happen to you. You better listen to that alarm. Go ahead.
Come. And the people not be afraid.
So if you have to be an absolute knucklehead and an idiot, stupid, dumb, deaf, blind, to hear them sirens go off and pay no attention to it. It's some people getting hot at it to be like, oh man, they just tune it out. Oh man, an anvil dropped through their damn roof. Go ahead, read on.
Come. Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?
Should there be love in the city?
Shall there be evil in the city?
Maybe like COVID. COVID was good or evil? Which one of y'all say it was? What was COVID, y'all? It was evil? Yeah. All right. How about when you caught that stomach bug? You was throwing up and boo-booing at the same time. Was that good or evil? It was evil, yeah. When you stubbed your toe, because you didn't want to slow down, did that feel good or was it evil? Like everything that happens to you, you better ask yourself, why did God allow this to happen to me? Is the Lord trying to have me focus in on something? Like if you go outside and your tire flat, I think to myself, man, why is my tire flat? Like, what did I do? Like, what the Lord want me to see? Or what is the Lord keeping me from? You understand? Your tire can be flat because he wants you to go get your tire fixed. While if you would have been going down the street at the time where you would have been going down the street, would have been a shootout there. You probably would have got smoked. Like the Lord does things that I don't even understand yet. I try to rationalize them. I just, if a man of God will always consider why things happen to him, whether they be good or bad. If not, you're a dumbass. Don't just be sitting here. You walk outside and see a $100 bill on the floor. You'll be a dumbass to just pick that $100 bill up. But you know who picked that $100 bill up? Who will pick that $100 bill up, young man? No questions asked, huh?
White man.
A little closer to home, brother. Who?
The black man.
Who? Which black man?
The Negro.
If you walked outside right now and before you got in that car, you saw two 50s on the floor, what you finna do? This ain't rocket science. Nigga, if you went outside and saw $5 on the floor, you picking it up. Go ahead. Went out there and got it. Good money. Come like this, if you could, please. I don't see why we had to have a little think contest about that. And listen, let me tell you something. You will go outside and think, oh, I found, let's say it was $500 on the floor. 5 crispy blue Ben Franks on the floor. What you gonna do? Pick it up or leave it there?
Pick it up.
Exactly. Here's what you, being young and dumb, don't know. People who kidnap people put drugs that'll pass you out right on them bills, like fentanyl, and all it takes is an itty bitty little crumb of fentanyl for you to touch it, and you overdose, you OD. They'll pick you up, put you in the car, hit you with some Norcaine, take you where they need to take you to, put you on an IV, and pump you back to health, and then be pumping something else because you thought $500 looked good. I mean, we live in a city where a little boy got abducted the other day, 7 years old, right in front of his house. This ain't nothing far-fetched, I'm telling y'all, bro. You understand? Stop. No, you can't be gullible like that, though. So the Lord is the one that's doing the evil, man. COVID came because the Lord sent it. Hurricanes come because the Lord sent it. Flash floods come because the Lord sent it. A Sisters Monthly comes because the Lord sent it. That chlamydia came because the Lord sent it. I'm just letting you know. He is the Lord of hosts. It's some thirsty niggas out there. You understand? And they don't give a damn. If it look good, gotta be good. Until it ain't. And you know what? It's the spirit that come on them and say, man, you know what? I'm gonna take this chance just so I can see what this feel like. Brother, it's things like AIDS out there, brother. That hurt for life. You don't want that. You hurting for life. You're gonna be like Eazy-E. It's a young nigga from the, what? A young nigga from the from what he say? Give me what the damn. Oh damn! I'm just a young nigga from around the block. I don't know. I don't know what the hell. What do you say, man?
It's good. It's always hard.
Yeah. The boys in the hood is always hard. Pause. You know, and there you have it. One day he vibrant, easy. But damn, how I forget the songs, man. Easy. Who they want? Man, I don't give a fuck about them songs. A lot. One day he was healthy, and the next day he just was not, brother. He was on tour making bad decisions and putting a woman at risk that he was actually married to. And then when he was in that hospital bed, I bet you he started thinking, man, what did I do to offend God that I didn't even, you know what I'm saying? Now he's asking God, can you please take this AIDS from out my blood? Don't work like that now, brother. Make better decisions. And it was the Lord that did it. Now, yes, we've determined that God hates, right? God hates? Yeah. How about Israelites? Does God hate Israelites? You shaking your head? Yes. Now you got to explain. God hates Israelites. Explain. Both of the sisters shake their head. Yeah.
I believe that he hates the actions that we have done, but he loves us. But he hates what we're doing.
Oh, okay. You? Go ahead. Ma'am? Same thing? I'm looking for it right now. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 6.
He hates when we mess up when we know.
Yeah.
What not to do.
That's a fact. So on a national scale, yeah, the Lord loves Israelites. But then there was a time when the Lord said, I'm good on you, Israelites. You understand? I'm good on you. And threw us away because we wouldn't obey him. Threw us away. In Jeremiah, you'll see it. He was like, listen, because Israel don't keep my laws and hate my commandments, I'm going to do away with them. Also said the same thing about Judah. Judah and Israel are the same nation. You understand? Now, anybody can get me Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 6, please. I want for all my sisters to understand how the Lord operates. All right? Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and verse 6. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 verse 6. If I could, please.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 6. In the morning.
Ecclesiasticus. So you have Ecclesiastes and you have Ecclesiasticus. Does God hate Israelites? That's the question. Go ahead, you may.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 6. For the Most High hated sinners.
Say that again.
For the Most High hated sinners.
Who are the only people that can sin against God? According to, one second, somebody already got the mic. Go ahead, sister.
Israel.
Yes, because sin is, because the scriptures say, for sin is the transgression of the law, right? Who did God give the laws to? Israelites. So when he says, read it again, for the Most High what?
For the Most High hated sinners.
The Most High loves sinners.
Hated sinners.
The Most High hates sinners. How many sins do you have to do to qualify if the Lord hates you or not? Raphael. Well, I'm gonna ask you this. It's a better question. How many sins must you live in for the Lord to hate you? There's a difference between sinning and living in sin. Y'all don't understand that statement that I just made? I said there's a difference between sinning and living in sin. Anybody want to give it a shot?
Living in sin will be like, it's like living in sin will be like living under the oppression.
Nope. Well, yeah, sin can oppress you if that's what you're talking about, but no. Living in sin, go ahead, you want to give it a shot?
Living in sin, I don't want is you constantly sinning each day. You constantly sinning each day. Sinning is you sin once and you don't never do it again. Living in sin is when you just each day you living in sin.
Give him a hand. Like, there's times where even I may slip up. You understand? We're not, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're striving for perfection. You see what I'm saying? But sometimes you might miss the mark sometimes. It's not like that's what you made it a habit to do. You didn't make it a habit to do that. Go ahead. No, you ain't playing when you put that fragrance and myrrh now. You might have to open the door, priest. I can't even breathe in this joint. Yeah, I can't breathe. Nah, you open the door. I don't open the door, huh? Yeah, hey, listen. What they say, the presence of the Lord is here. The presence is definitely in here, brother. Open the door, please. The water.
Kind of a concert. I just had a question. What would be the difference if you know you're not supposed to do something, or like you're not supposed to do what you were about to do and you deliberately do it anyway? What the difference?
I would say some people, and when it comes to breaking habits, haven't perfected breaking the habit, but their mind is fighting against that lifestyle. And they trying their very best, but they just can't break the habit by themselves, which is why it's always good for men to come into the school so you can be amongst men that have mastered doing this and they can hold you accountable. They know what it look like. It's just like somebody walking in high. You know what that look like. They could be probably trying to fight, but it's not strong enough to do it. Or let's say there was a sin that you didn't know, but you committed it and you kept committing it over and over and over again. Some brothers don't think that, watching porn and seeing another man's rod is a sin. But it's in Leviticus.
That's right.
Not supposed to see another man's nakedness. It's in there. But here you are. America didn't teach you that watching porn was unlawful. I'm just telling you, it just is. Ain't nobody in here just gonna sit here and say, "Oh, when I was in the world, when I watched porn, all I did was watch women." No, that's not what you did. You didn't know you was gay till you came into the truth. You had no clue you was gay, or damn near on the borderline of it. Every time you watch it, you like, man, I don't know if I should be watching this, but you still did it. You this that close to being absolutely gay. And when you watch that, then you go in the boys' locker room after gym class or after practice, and you take a shower in there. Oh, there's some niggas in there doing it, brother. They hopping in the shower and they see each other naked. Sisters, I hope y'all don't think that this exempts y'all too. You should not be in the community shower next to each other talking about some, hey, sis, pass me the soap. Oh, sis, you got a birthmark on your stomach? No. Go ahead.
So I can on what you're saying. When you in jail, you gotta take your clothes off so you could
For they strip search you.
You when in the shower, you wear
your boxers.
Yeah.
Listen, don't send me to prison. They gonna be like, damn, we gonna call him wet clothes. I'm showering in my clothes. I'm hitting two birds with one stone. I'm washing my clothes and I'm washing me. Makes sense. I'll tell you what don't make sense, being gay. Go ahead, y'all.
You do have an office called bird bath. You shower in your own cell. Save you from sin.
All right, there. Shoot. I mean, but the cells is wide open. You could be butt naked. and a guard come by while you butt naked. Inmate 2503. What you doing in there? A lot of water. See your balls and booty out. Another man saw you naked. It's just, that's the place we live in, brother. You see what I'm saying? Some things you wish you can control and you didn't know, whatever the case may be. Trust me, I'm not making an excuse for sin at all. Do not sin.
That's right.
And here's how you do not sin. You have to learn what the laws are. Which laws apply to you? Let me ask y'all a question in here. As a man, is it possible for you to keep all the law? All the laws of God. Is it possible for you to keep all the laws of God? Go ahead. How about this? Let's take a poll. Let's take a poll, I mean. Raise your hand if you're a man or a woman and you think that it's possible for a man to keep all the laws of God. Raise your hand. Raise them high. Don't raise them low. Raise them high. Raise them low. Y'all don't know about that. All y'all wrong. Every last one of y'all wrong. You know it? Tell me how you know. Nope. That's just you. Salak. Nope, that's just you, sis. Go ahead, y'all.
But didn't Christ say, be perfect like
your Father in heaven is perfect?
Right.
He absolutely said that. But can you keep every law?
But this is my question. Why
you know it's a trick question.
Right. So why would he have us trying to do something knowing that we can't do it?
I don't think that's what he did. I don't think that's what he did.
So he just wanted, our full.
He just wanted us to fall?
As best ability, right?
Okay, here's what you don't get, and this is why it was a trick question, because somebody on the street gonna try y'all one day. There's laws in Leviticus that just do not apply to a man. Like what a woman should do after childbirth is in the law. Can you keep that law? Yeah or nay? How many men in here can keep the law concerning childbirth? How many? Unless you have a vagina, it doesn't work. Go ahead, can you guys say you want to say?
Nah, sir.
All right, go sweat the water. Because nothing comes from in between your legs in the form of a baby. Not in the form of a baby. You understand? Babies come from in between your legs. They're in the form of a liquid. Full people come about of a woman. You understand? People. All right. So there's laws about how a woman should be separated during her flower. Does that pertain to you as a man? Go ahead.
I don't know if I should say.
They're gonna, brother. Y'all got the internet? You ever been on the internet before? How about you? Yeah, you been on the internet? Pretty much ain't nothing you don't know, huh? Pretty much, right? Probably done seen it all. Yeah. How about you? Yeah, probably done seen. You can go ahead and say what you got to say.
Well, if you getting down with your lady and it come down on you,
Then you're stupid.
You should be separated as well.
I say that you're ignorant. I wouldn't say that you're stupid. You're ignorant because I know my woman's time periods. I know all of that. I know her whole schedule. I know her body. If you married to a woman and you don't know her body, that's on you. If you don't communicate with her, hey, babe, you feel like your flower coming? You got to look at her. Sometimes she never does this. You like looking at her like, what you doing over there? You all right? There's just some things going on in my mind. You're like, damn, what's that time of the month? Feel like it's coming on. Stop asking me. Oh, okay. Here's what you better know. If your wife say, oh, it should be here this week, guess what you shouldn't be doing this week? Or at least as much as you can do. Go ahead. No, you should definitely prepare yourself.
So, getting ready to sleep in the living room.
Give him a hand. But you don't have to sleep in the living room. But yes, you understand? That's the mindset you have to have. Nowadays, women have feminine products that will prevent them from, most women will prevent, some women have, you might have to say supreme flow. Can't even say heavy flow. I mean, they just got river flow. You understand? And you're going to have to sleep. I ain't sleeping on the couch. I'm telling you straight up. You can call me cruel if you want to. She going on the couch. I got to be separated from the room. You know, not just playing. Y'all, they look, they online right now. See, Cap is tyrant. It's abusive. I will put a bitch on the couch, though. So just don't be a bitch. That's all you have to do. See? It's always something, you know what I mean? But no. There's laws of war that don't pertain to women. You understand? According to the Bible, women should not go to war. She's not a part of the army. She don't put on armor. She doesn't have a buckler and a shield and a sword. You understand? Axe or javelin. She don't have that. You do. So when it's time for the military to come, she stays at home with the children and the elderly, you know what I'm saying, grandpa, all of that. Or some sisters would come they wouldn't come absolutely directly into war, but then some sisters would be medics. You understand? And they'll be the relief for the helping brothers who just got their leg hacked off in war, helping them. Sometimes you don't want to see a grown-ass man with a beard, you know what I'm saying, when your leg got hacked off and your clothes got to be removed. Sometimes you just like, hey, But you got laws to where when you go to war, you got to go dig a hole outside of the camp and doo-doo in a hole. Does that pertain to a woman? So then, no, it don't pertain to a woman. She don't got to go dig a hole outside of a camp in war. Go ahead.
Not even if we in the wilderness.
In war. Talking about war, the laws that govern how we go to war. How we go to war and what we do to keep the camp from being undefiled. Like you got to understand, when we go to war, angels are in that camp with us. You understand? So you can't defile the camp by shitting in the camp. You understand? Peeing behind your tent. White people do that, huh? White people do that. You got to have something separate outside the camp. Now they practice cleanliness, but that was us back in the day. You understand? They would just find a bucket, pee and shit in the, excuse my French, pee in number 2 in a bucket in their own tent, brother. And then they'll take it out and then go. No, nobody wants to walk by your tent and it smells like hot doo-doo. Control yourself. Nobody wants to do that. You understand? No one. Nobody wants to walk by your tent and it smell like straight piss. That's just unclean now. And I'm quite sure the angels of the Lord don't want to be around that. The Lord don't want to be seen in none of that. So then you would have outhouses where you have to go so far away from the camp to go do your business. And that's where it's done. You understand? You got brothers whose job it is to do that over there, to bury it, burn it, whatever. That's their job to do that, brother. You don't want to touch them all day. You don't want to touch them. You're unclean. The doodle fingers. You understand? You don't want to touch those. So that don't pertain to women. In the wilderness, it would have been the same thing. You cannot, you got to get up and go out there to use the bathroom. You don't have a toilet in your house, in your tent, brother. That's like sleeping in the bathroom. Just think about that. That's like sleeping in the bathroom with your head in the toilet bowl. Go ahead.
Salaki, I was saying as in, wouldn't they have to go use the bathroom in the same area as us?
What, women? Not at war, because they wouldn't be at war. You understand? Not at war. In the same way women are separated in the class from men, quite sure we had enough common sense to keep the women where they go use the restroom with them and to keep where men go use the restroom with them. Quite sure. It's the same thing today. There's a men's bathroom and there's a women's bathroom. If you're a man trying to go in a woman's bathroom, you either a pervert or you think you're a woman. Go ahead, priest.
Shalaki Adawan. Why is women and men separated?
Because we have different sex organs, and a woman can learn, but a woman can belong to a man. You understand? You want to see another man's woman naked? No. Do you want to see her in her shame? No, you don't want to do that, bro. And when you see a woman naked, you humble her. So just imagine the shame that happens if you walked in on a man and a woman having sex. That's just, they're gonna be shamed, bro. They gonna be, whoa, 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 whoa. That's called shame. When somebody, whoa, 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 like you shamed them.
During class?
Oh, you mean during class? See, that's what you didn't say. He didn't say that, did he? Separate during class. Why? Because women tip men. There's something about men that just can't stop trying to get with women. And when you got new people that come into the school, you have to see that things are visually separated. This ain't a Christian church where you can have a woman with a big fat booty sitting right next to you, and you can just put your arm around the seat. You don't know who wife that is. People do that in church. Be somebody's wife sitting next to you. The husband ain't came to church this week. big fat booty and a sundress sitting right next to you. And here you is. Amen, amen. Amen. Looking and lusting after another man's wife. We want to keep you separated to the degree where if you offend this brother by trying to do something with his wife, it's because you got out your seat and went over there to try to do it. And by the time you go sit next to a sister in this class, we beating your ass up. You ain't got to do that. You get the pardon, one pardon, before you even sit down. Hey, brother, nah, man, don't sit over there. Hey, sis, women don't sit over there because the sister do the same thing. Where all these good-looking men came from? You know how it was the other day when we went on our mission to help bring that little boy back, and we was passing out flyers, and what all the women was looking at you like you was Candace. They looking at Rapah like, boy, what's your name? They asked him his name. I'm Rapah, y'all. They didn't even have to ask him what it meant. He said, and it means healing angel. He looking at him like, they looking at him like this. You know what I'm saying? They looking at him like they ready to devour him. Let alone Kananya. Kananya walking, but he trying to stay away. He already know what time it is. They looking. Because if they could, they'd ask the whole camp. Okay, so who's him? Who's him? Who's him? Because them are the same sisters that's gonna pile in here, brother, and you better keep your discipline. You're gonna pile in here, you're gonna see a whole bunch of tail. You think that tail coming to sit by you? Nah, it's going to sit on the opposite of the room, and they gonna shut the fuck up, and they not gonna come on the other side of the room, and you not gonna go on the other side of the room. It's for the sake of order, brother. You understand? Order, discipline, and love for brothers and sisters. This ain't the place where you can come be a hornball, and a sleazy bastard and a lust-filled idiot in here thinking with the part that ain't up here. This ain't the place for that. You can go outside and do all of that if you stupid enough to go do it. Remember that chlamydia we was talking about earlier? All right? It's for to protect you. That's all. Because don't nobody want to be around people that just have chlamydia. I mean, just who wants to do that? That's unclean. You're going to have to be outside the camp with the chlamydia. All right? So, you don't want to be that's why we separating here. Because there's rules and protocols that have been set up to protect brothers and sisters from idiots. You want to know what your lust is going to do? You're going to have sex with the woman, and then once you're done having sex with her, and you feel like, oh, this is old now. Like you used to put up with a mouth. Oh, all right, baby, all right. Once the sex old, it's like, bitch, say something else. I'll put you out the house. And you become an idiot. It's just stupid. I'm done with that. Too much to talk about. Go ahead.
Shalaka, I don't want. I asked that because sister and a brother asked me at work, and I said they separate. I don't know why they separate. They just separate. So
it's the same reason why you wouldn't wear pants that pertain to them. Ask them, should you wear apple bottom jeans as a man?
Yeah,
that's the logic. I mean, you separate things. You separate the sexes. If not, you're gonna have orgies. You just can't have orgies in here. You won't be a P. Diddy freak. Can't do that in a UPK. You understand? There's some people that come in here and be like, oh, you can have multiple wives. You can, but you can't have all of them in the bed at one time. That's what you can't do. That's what you thought you could do. They do that. I know where they do it at. It ain't in here. They do that in places that we don't go. It's a church right up the street. You know what I'm saying? Each house on this block, at least 8 out of 10 houses on this block, they all idiots. Go find them. Go be a friend with them. Any questions in the room before I continue on my topic? Go ahead, priest.
It's like I want kind of going on from the last question I had when I was in the class. The Roman who stabbed Christ in the rib, he actually did stab Christ in the rib.
Absolutely.
Now, he was a heathen.
Yes.
Okay, he was a heathen.
Yes.
And that was a heathen that. So this is my question. So I have a few questions on that topic. with this heathen, did he had vision problems? Because so this is what I heard, right? That the heathen supposed to have vision problems, and he stabbed Christ to make sure he was dead, right? And the blood sprayed on him, and then he started realizing that his vision was getting better. That's when he kind of knew, like, hey, this is somebody that is not one of us. He's superior. Is that recorded in the Bible?
Nah, but it is on a movie called The Passion of Christ.
Oh, that's from the Passion of Christ?
Yes, that's propaganda. But let's go to it. Let's find in the Bible.
If I could, was that the same heathen that lost his vision at one point?
No.
That's what's his name on the one that ended up becoming a prophet?
You talking about Paul?
What was it, Paul? He was like a Roman
citizen,
hardcore Roman, and he ended up becoming a follower of Christ.
Are you thinking about Paul?
Was he in the Roman military?
You talking about Cornelius?
Yeah.
The centurion? You talking about Cornelius?
He ended up like believing in Christ and started, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
passing out his word and all that.
Yeah, Cornelius was an Israelite, brother.
Oh, he was an Israelite in the military of Rome.
Absolutely. Just waiting Israelites is in the white man military today.
Right.
Do you need a breakdown on that?
Okay, so was that the one that ended up losing his vision?
No.
Who's that?
That was just some Roman soldier. And it was speaking in a manifold sense. Let's get that. Give me Revelation chapter 1, verse 6 or 7. It's one of those. Let's get to it. Yeah, verse 7. And then let's get when Christ was crucified. Is that in John? Let me see.
When you said Romans,
Go to Matthew.
7 verse 6.
Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. Any day now.
Revelations chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds.
He come with what?
Clouds.
What is that synonymous for? Go ahead.
Chariots.
Absolutely. Read.
And every eye shall see him.
Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna not see him.
And they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall well because of him.
And all that what him to him?
And all kindreds of the earth.
It said, and all that did what to him? And all that what to him?
And all.
I'm coming to you, Breeze.
Also, which pierced him.
And also which pierced him. That's him talking about the people that crucified him. We know that that the Israelites gave him up for crucifixion. But here's what you got to understand: the people that carried out the crucifixion were the Romans, the white actual Romans. Were the ones who served right under Pontius Pilate. Those were the ones who were told to go do it. So Pontius Pilate has a centurion. A centurion is an officer over or a captain over 100 people. That's a centurion in a Roman army. If you want to know about the Roman army and the rank of the Roman army, you could just go to YouTube and put what was the rank of the Roman army like. It'll tell you. You could be a soldier becomes very good. He moves up in the ranks. Once he's able to have 20 men, he starts with a band of 20. Then he gets to a band of 50. Then he gets a band of 75. Then he gets a band to 100. Now he's known as a centurion. Centurion is a high-ranking person in the military, in the Roman military. Go ahead.
So when it been piercing, like he meant everything, like his hand didn't get pierced, right? His hands, his feet,
Everything. Those who crucified him. Go ahead. Yes, please.
So in the crucifixion, does it explain somewhere in the scriptures where how people were crucified and saved?
Well, it explains them being crucified, but then you got to go look in history.
You know, like I was raised Catholic. Most of us raised Christian Catholic, right? And you know, we believe that his hand was crucified, punctured in his palms, and punctured in his feet.
Well, I wasn't there, you know what I'm saying, to see whether it was like, so there's an argument to say, oh, they wasn't in his hands, they was in his wrist, or you know what I'm saying. I don't make that argument. That's a straw man argument. The scriptures say that it was in his hands and his feet. So that's what I believe. I believe what I read.
There is a scripture where it talks about where he got punctured at.
It talks about his wounds, yes.
Okay. Now I gotta now I'm gonna be all over the place on because you know I got questions on questions.
I got you.
So I also read.
Well, first of all, does this answer your question?
Yes, it does.
About the piercing and all of that.
Concert, yeah.
Well, 1 second before you do that, sort of for the class's sake, when he says them which pierced me, he's talking about the race of people who carried out his execution. He already forgave his own race. This is how you know. He was on the cross. He said, Eli, Eli, why have thou forsaken me? But right before he said that, what did he say for his own race? Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. So he already absolved them from the Lord, or tried to absolve them from the Lord. The Lord got his revenge. You understand? But for setting him up for crucifixion, we did it. Christ said, Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they do. So Christ's mindset wasn't on punishing us. If we would have obeyed him after his crucifixion, when he said, once you see this happen, flee into the hills. We didn't do that. We were stupid enough to stay where we was at, and that's why we got what we got. But 1 second. But now, since he absolved people that he loved, which is his own people, in Revelation, he says to John, which is his own people, I'm coming back in chariots, and I'm coming back for the people that pierced me or that crucified me. And that race of people got to pay. There was the whole reason why he was even there. They was oppressing Israelites like crazy. He always been their enemy. They're always going to be his enemy until they're just not no more. Go ahead.
And the ones that were calling shots, they were the Khazars, so-called Jewish people at the time.
No, in Rome, that was a whole different tribe of white people.
The Rome was under the Catholic, right?
No, we talking about in Christ's time.
Right, Christ's time.
That tribe of Edomites was like not Amalek.
Who was the one that was calling the shots? All right, crucify his head.
White Romans.
Okay, it was Romans. Okay.
It was just Edomites, Idumea. You understand? That's all. But then you have different dukes of Edom, and you have a hierarchy amongst the tribes of Edom, or the dukes or sons of Edom.
So who was above the Romans?
Amalek is the chief.
right?
Yeah, Amalek, that's the so-called Jewish man.
Okay, got it.
Absolutely. And that's who wasn't ruling Rome at that time.
Well, wasn't ruling Rome.
They're not at that time.
Right.
They might rule Rome today.
Because sometimes the people in the world will say, well, if Jesus was a Jew, didn't the Jewish made that order to crucify Christ? Have you heard that before?
Yes, I heard that. But what's the point?
So that's what I was saying.
Well, they think that the Jewish people are actually the Jews that was in the Bible. That's not true.
No, but what I'm saying is, was it the Jewish people that was above the Romans?
No,
That made that order.
No,
because he was supposedly trying to not claim he was a Messiah, but they were like at the time, if you consider yourself a prophet or something, he's a witch, you gotta kill him.
No.
Christ was one of them people that they envied because he was the Messiah.
Right, but it had nothing to do with Jewish people. Nothing to do with them. When Christ talked about them, it was talking about a prophecy to come.
Mm-hmm.
It was talking about when the Khazars actually popped on the scene.
Right.
From Poland and the foots of Russia and the Caucasus. That's what he was talking about. And Slovakia and all that. But it wasn't in his time. In his time, it was pure Romans. Nobody ruled over them except Romans. Not Greeks. They spoke Greek. But the Greeks, they had already defeated the Greeks. In the Hasmonean dynasty, they helped us. So here's what we did. In history, which is why we got all these books over here. In history, what really happened is the Greeks oppressed us first. And then they came and defiled the temple. It was called the desolation of desolation of, what? I'm fine right now. Hold on. Let me not even do that. Desolation. Desecration. All right. Desecration of abomination or desecration. Where they desecrated the holy temple of the Lord. This was in the Hasmonean era where the Maccabees had to fight. So when you look in the Bible, you're looking at in the Maccabees, that's the history right before Christ came on the scene. And that was with the Greeks from Alexander and Ptolemy and Seleucid and Epiphany and all of that.
Right.
So, but here's what happened. We were fighting against them and we went to another group of Edomites and asked them to help us against the Greeks, which was their own people. And they did. And then right after they defeated the Greeks for us, you know what they did? They oppressed us like the Greeks. And then now you have the Roman time because they wanted the world power from the Greeks. Even though they was brothers, Romulus and Remus. You understand? They just wanted Greece. They wanted, because Greece was the empire, bro.
Right.
Greece was it. And they took Greece and turned it into the Roman Empire. What? Go ahead. I'm gonna come back to you, Aya.
So I know the Jewish people was white people, but where was they at in the land? Because you said the white people you said they was of the white people, but they wasn't in the military. So where were they?
I'm gonna tell you right now. All right. During the time of Christ, roughly the 1st century CE, the Khazars, a nomadic Turkic people, were likely, and they weren't the real Turks either. They came and took that shit from the real Turks. Real Turks weren't white people. Go ahead.
So who was the real Turks at the time?
I think it was the Japhetic people, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm just going off of what I can recollect. But I may be absolutely spot on. We were it says were likely inhabiting the Eurasian steppe or steppe, a vast region spanning from Central Asia to southeastern Europe. Boom. Exactly what I was saying. While the Khazars, that the Khazar Khaganate, their established empire didn't emerge until the 6th century CE. Sources suggest that the Turkic tribes, including those considered Proto-Khazars, were present in the Western Eurasian steppe as early as 463 CE. It's plausible that by the 1st century CE, these early Khazars were part of the Hunnic Confederation, or moving westward in the aftermath of its collapse. Their precise location during this period is somewhat speculative, as the Khazar Khaganate, as a clearly defined political entity, is only confidently recognized from around the middle of the 7th century CE. However, the ancestral tribes and predecessors likely occupied areas that would later form the core of the Khazar Khaganate, including the steppes of southern Russia and the northern Caucasus region. So exactly what I said was on point. That's where they were. I just wanted to make sure that I got in the history, so I don't just be sitting here going off of my what I remember. But what I remember sometimes be absolutely on point, because I be reading these damn books all the damn time. And then we got those books over there, like the 13th tribe that goes into that. We got Who is Edom, that book right there we have. Yeah, we got that. Actually, it's been linked out to Officer Iowa alum in Chicago, who said that I would have that book back on a certain date.
You heard that.
I'm gonna call him after class because we need that book back. All right. So yeah, that's an excellent question to ask, because these are the type of questions that get us into a real breakdown class. I want to encourage every single brother in here to go home and study. Have questions. If you don't, I know you're not studying. I know you're not watching classes. I know you're not, researching things in history. If you don't come and ask questions like this, then we just gonna have regular scripture breakdown class, and I'm gonna break down Cornelius in a second for you. But go ahead.
So off the top of that, again, I want to lock you, but real quick, if you could, 'cause I know you mentioned it before, I just want to refresh my memory. Some of the Roman, like for example, the Spartans, right? People glorify the Spartans. They glorify it because they were from the Roman military. But I believe in the book of the Apocrypha, it talks about there were some of them were actually Israelites. Because I watch, like, I'm very up on history, right? And I watch a lot of history movies and documentaries. That's all I watch. And I noticed that they keep on saying slaves and slaves and slaves. And there were the Spartans. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. These slaves that they're talking about in these movies, they're Israelites.
Yeah. Yes. These slaves that you see on these movies, even like Spartacus and the Gladiator, those would have all been niggas. Right. You understand?
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native
that's it. That's who was over there. That's what it would have been. Now, okay, when I say niggas, I mean blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I just want everybody to know that. As a matter of fact, I'm about to flip it. They was brown people. How about that? Yeah. And when I say brown, I mean blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? That's who was over there. We were the Israelites. And the reason why they wanted to put us up against all them damn creatures and beasts is because they read our records and saw how Samson ripped the jawbone of a goddamn lion straight with his bare hands. How David killed animals with his bare hands. Bears, wolves, lions. And it was like, I want to see this. You understand? They heard stories about when we was fighting in the Maccabean and the Hasmonean Wars. We was fighting against whole armies that had elephants. and mighty men would slide underneath the elephant's belly and slice it, kill the elephants. They heard about that. They wanted to see, could you do that for real? You niggas can do that? And we did it. You understand? Go ahead.
Good. Now, the movie 300 Spartans, was it really 300 men?
No, that's a lie. It wasn't no 300 men. No.
It's possible because we were Israelites, though, right?
The Spartans,
gifted with that. Really.
Yeah, but the Spartans weren't Israelites.
The Spartans were not Israelites.
No, those was devils.
Those were devils. So who was the one that was? Because I didn't I say this? Was the Spartans slaves? Did I say that? Or no, I'm playing tricks on.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
the Spartans, Leonidas, people try to make that claim like, see, his name was Leonidas, and it means lion-hearted and from the tribe of Judah and all that. Man, them was grade A devils.
Okay, so Salah, if I could, so the Spartans that I was talking about earlier, because like I said, I watched a documentary and you keep on mentioning slaves. There were not Israelites?
No.
Okay.
No. And now, were Israelites present among that time?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm not talking about then.
Now, and no, here's what I'm telling you. In the time of the Spartans, did they have black people like and brown people there? Yes.
And they were considered Spartans at the time?
Well, to be a Spartan was a nationality. It was just like being considered from Kentucky or Oregonian. You understand? Or yes.
Now, what would the name be for the men that were actually in the battlefield?
Well, you had to have a certain status to be in a war anyway.
Obviously.
I don't think you had it.
No, I don't have it.
No, I'm saying.
I just want to know if there were Israelites in that battlefield.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
Okay.
Because those Leonidas' most trusted people, I doubt it. I've never read anything that said that was a fact.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of pseudo shit going around.
The reason why I said this, because I have heard and I've seen a couple of things here and there that they said that the Spartans did have it, not all the military, but there were amongst the heathen.
Yes, at that time we were amongst every heathen. Let me blow your mind
about the ones that were considered Spartans and the ones in the military.
Nah, brother. Here, let me blow your mind. Even if they were in the Spartan military, he didn't bring the whole military with him. You understand? He brought his choice men, and while he's fighting against them, Xerxes is coming with his army, and guess what type of people is in his army too?
Israelites?
Yeah, absolutely. Remember the time when we talking about Israelites were in that army. They was a conquered race of Persia as well.
Right.
You can read it in the Bible. You see his name, Xerxes, is in the Bible. Artaxerxes. And
right. I mean, the top of Isupk was in captivity in Syria. Okay.
Absolutely, yeah. You niggas was out there too. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But see, what I don't want black people to do is try to take credit for what white people did. Let them have their credit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They
were gifted by the sword.
Absolutely.
Right.
So are we when the Lord is with us. Mm-hmm. See what I'm saying? So yeah, no. It is what it is. I got a book over here. See if there's a book over there called The Pictorial History of the Bible. Let me see. I didn't mark it. That's me. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Call IG.
Just to confirm, you'd like to call IG.
Give me a second, y'all. Cause I show IG this. I'm finna give you the breakdown on Cornelius. Show IG this, but I can't remember for the life of me where it's at, which is why I'm supposed to be marking everything today. Is this it? Shalom, Lord Christ. Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ, Brees Salaki. I got you on speakerphone. I'm teaching this class, right? And you remember when I was showing you that joint about Cornelius in that book, Our Living Bible? Yeah, come on, sir. What page is that again? I forgot to mark it in my copy. Page 78. Page 78. I believe. It's still weak. Or 75. I know it's 70. Excuse me. Damn. You see it? Mm-mm. Are you around that book right now, though? Hold on. Got saved in my phone. Yeah, I was trying to look at now. And I'm about to write it down. Salaki, y'all bear with me. Here we go. Pull this shit out right now. Hey. We was way off. Way off. What was I talking about? Let's see. All right, boom. You really can start 310. Hold on, looking. All right, what's highlighted on your book? I know I did the highlighting. Just can't remember. The last paragraph of 310 going into the first paragraph of 311. So put the last sentence of 310 going into 311. All right. I got it. Okay. Hey, the water for being so reliable, my brother. Hey, when y'all coming down here for Fire Weekend? I'll give you a call, let you know. Come, sir. All right, no sweat. The water. Let me finish teaching this class, and then we on. All right, shalom, Lord Christ. Sure.
What is that again?
The book. It's called Our Living Bible. I'm highlighting it right now because I should have done this. You know thing? Shoot. Man, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I know that the slave is very demanding, and you nigga want to get here and ask as many questions as he can, but it just won't permit him to happen. So once you get here, that's why I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Answer your questions. Don't sweat it. All right, so now let's talk about Cornelius. All right. So what I'm gonna need is the Zondervan's Pictorial Bible Dictionary real quick. Then it's all the way to the left, all the way to the left. Oh, there you go. When I say the Zondervan Pictorial, I'm talking about the big one. The one that got the majority pictures in it, all right? All right, I'm trying to make this quick. Give me Acts chapter 10 and 1. Somebody hold Acts chapter 10 and 1 for me, please. Then somebody give me you know what? Let's go ahead and get it. Acts chapter 10 and 1, Acts 18 and 2. I got that. All right, let's get it. And then Acts 18 and 2. Who got it? We try and get out of here quickly, or y'all want me to keep y'all way past the time? I know it.
You said Slocky, so you said Acts 10:1?
No. Yes, Acts chapter 10 and verse 1.
All right, come.
Ready to go? I'm good to go.
Acts chapter 10, verse 1. There was a certain man in Caesarea.
Centurion. Yes.
Called Cornelius.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me get there with you. Go ahead.
Slocky, what's the after the A?
A centurion.
A centurion, which means what again, other one?
In the Roman military, a centurion was a professional officer in command of a centuria, a unit typically composed of 100 legionaries. Though this number could vary, they were the backbone of the legion, responsible for discipline, training, and leading their men in battle. Centurions were highly respected and held significant authority, wielding considerable influence within the legion and even in Roman society. That's what a centurion is, a rank behind the bar. Now, drop that. We're gonna try to run through this. Now give me Acts 18 and 2. Quickly.
Acts chapter 18 and 2. And he cried mightily.
What you say?
Mightily.
Huh?
Mightily.
Acts chapter 18, verse 2.
Slocky, sir, if I may.
Go ahead.
Acts chapter 18, verse 2. And found a certain Jew named Aquila, born in Pontus.
Born where?
Born in Pontus.
Uh-huh.
Lately come from Italy.
From where?
From Italy.
So there was Jews in Italy, right? Go ahead.
With his wife Priscilla.
Uh-huh.
Because that Claudius had commanded all Jews to depart from Rome.
Uh-huh.
And came unto them.
Here's what I want you to see. Give me Acts 22 and 25. You can be born in Pontus. Pontus was in Italy. All right. Italy is Pontus. You could be born in Italy, bro. You understand? In Rome, in Italy, and be an Israelite by citizen. Acts 22 and 25, please. We're gonna scramble through all of these.
You said 22 and 5 other one?
22 and 25.
Come. Acts 22, verse 25. And they Slocky, and as they bound him with thongs, what does that mean?
Handcuffs.
Come. Paul said unto the centurion that stood by, is it lawful for you to, was that secured?
Scourge
a man that is Roman and under command
and uncondemned. Go ahead.
Verse 26. And the centurion heard that and went and told the chief captain, saying, take heed that thou doest, for this man is a Roman.
Paul is an Israelite by blood, but he's a Roman citizen, which means he needs to be able to have a fair trial before you can tie him up to a fucking tree and whip him with a scourge. You know what a scourge is? Excuse me. Everybody know me and my whips. This is the scourge. This is the scourge. I'm gonna do it up here. I ain't trying to break nothing. This is a scourge. If I know if I wanted to whip a white man with this joint, I'm gonna hit him to where he cry out first, and then silence come, and then comes some more cries. You know, when you was a kid, you got hit in the back with that whip, with that belt. That one right there.
That cable cord.
Yeah. The extension cord hurt, don't it? And then it hit and it sounded like that. One of those. All right, so let's keep going.
Verse 27. Then the chief captain came and said unto him, tell me, art thou a Roman?
Said what? Art thou what?
A Roman?
Yeah, he looking at him like, you're a nigga. Yeah, Acts 13:1. Real nigga university. You are a nigga. Are you a Roman? What did Paul say? Read.
He said, yeah.
He said what? Yeah. He said, yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 28. And the chief captain answered with a great sum, obtain I this freedom? And Paul said, but I was free born.
Yeah. So it was a lot of slaves that was Israelites that was in. It's just like, think about slavery times today. Go ahead.
So this is kind of like what Mexico kind of going through, low key. Like I have the right fight for the military, or I have a certain say so because I'm of the military, and I'm American, even though I'm Mexican, but I'm American citizen.
Yes, same thing. It's the same thing also like this. When blacks and Hispanics was in slavery and Native Indians was in slavery in America, you could have been born free, like, and then they looking at you like, hey boy, you sure you got your freedom? That's what we asking them. You sure you a Roman citizen? And he say, yeah. He said, yeah, I'm a Roman. He was like, how did you buy your it costs a whole lot to buy your freedom. How did you get your freedom? He said, I was free born.
Which means what?
It means that Paul was born free. Meaning, like, in the time of slavery, when niggas had to pick cotton and Native Indians had to pick cotton, there were also free-born slaves who were set free. How do I know? Because I come from that lineage. Let me give you a history. Harriet Tubman. Yeah, let's get to it. Come on, let's get to it. Harriet Tubman was property of the Brutus plantation. She was property of that, but she married a free man. You understand?
A free man slave?
No, not a free man slave. A free man nigga.
Oh.
Yeah, it was at the same time that you had niggas that was slaves and owned by slave masters. A plantation away, there was free slaves who had their own land. They used to be slaves, but were freed. And they had their citizenship, they had their paperwork that showed that they was free. Well, usually they would tell you, and especially in Harriet Tubman's time, hey, we'll free you after a certain amount of years. Right. But they would never honor that contract. Please.
You talking about men that were slaves at one point, but then was able to get up out of there, and they bought their own land.
Yes.
Had their own thing going.
And they had their own children, right. And their children weren't born slaves, while my ancestors were born slaves. Yes.
Okay. Got it.
At the same time they was being born, they was born free because their father's father got their freedom, and now their paperwork show that they're free. Everybody knows that the Tubmans were free people.
Oh.
Harriet, her last name was Ross, from her father, Benjamin Ross. You understand? Before she married Tubman, her last name was Ross. And she was from the Brutus plantation, and she was slave property. But by marrying by marrying a free man, she was supposed to be able to obtain her freedom by that.
Right.
They didn't honor that.
So that's what she did.
That's why she got up out of there.
So I got some train of thought.
Here's another part.
Oh yeah.
When she came back to get her husband,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't even want to leave.
He wanted to stay there?
He wanted to stay. He wanted to stay in the South where he could walk down the street and they'd be like, "Hey boy, you got your papers, boy? You escaping, huh?" And they'll tell him he's an escaped slave, send him to a plantation far away that don't even know him, and then he'll be back in slavery. That's what was happening in the South. That's what was happening to Paul right now. You understand? That's what you just read.
Right.
Because Israelites are in slavery at this time under the Romans, and they asking them, "Nigga, are you a Roman citizen?" Meaning, nigga, are you a free man? And he said, "Yes, I'm a free man." They said, "Well, then you don't look like the type of nigga that could buy freedom. That's a lot of money." He said, "Man, I was born free."
That's respecting money.
That's the point.
If, with your lineage, I don't want. You said Harriet Tubman.
Mm-hmm. On my father's mother's side, yeah.
For the mother's side. Was that like in where in the map of the United States?
That was in Virginia.
In Virginia.
Yeah. In Virginia, she was a slave in the Brutus plantation. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Brutus, whatever.
So Shalaki, I don't want. What was your daddy grandma was Harriet Tubman, but what your daddy?
My daddy's grandmother was not Harriet Tubman. My daddy's mother was the daughter of Harriet Tubman's favorite nephew.
Okay. So where was
his name was Elijah Ross, who was the son of Benjamin Ross's son, which is okay. So Benjamin Ross had children, Harriet Tubman, Benjamin Ross Jr., all of them and all that. Well, Benjamin Ross Jr. changed his name after he got freedom. He had a son named Elijah Ross. Elijah Ross married a white woman, old last name O'Banion. You understand? Who had a daughter who is my grandmother. You understand? Now, on my father's side, they go back to England, the Stuarts family. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff. I mean, I can't say King David, I don't know. King James's family.
King James.
I can't say directly to King James's loins, but it goes back to the Stuart family. See what I'm saying? Which is what King James is from.
All right, so we got the picture.
Yeah, I need the bar.
You want to continue?
Please. The Isupk right niggas is different. They said we got the picture and we keep going. I need to get this answer. Let's go. Let's go, priest. I ain't gonna stop class. I'm not gonna stop class. Listen, I promise you, I will not stop class until we get this done. All right. I'm messing with you. Because I know this probably be like bothering you. It'd be on your mind and shit at the crib. Like, damn. He like, man, all right, reply y'all. You know, you taking my time. Go ahead. Let's get it. Let's get to it.
All right.
We still talking about Cornelius, right? All right, let's go. Right. Well, we just read verse in it. Yeah, read. I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
Then the chief captain came and said unto him, "Tell me, art thou a Roman?" He said, "Yeah." Verse 28. And the chief captain answered and said, "Hey, great summon, obtained I freedom." And Paul said, "But I was a freeborn." Verse 29.
You can stop right there. You can stop right there. Now travel back to Acts 10. Because all of this is about to be pertinent, right? Before I show you in history. Acts 10 and 2. And then give me Acts 2 and 5. All right.
Acts chapter 10, verse 2. A devout man and one that fears God with all his house, which gave much alms to the people and prayed to God anyway.
Always.
Always.
The Lord ain't hearing no sinners' prayers. I just want you to understand that. And he also don't hear the prayers of people that aren't Israelites. I'm just helping you understand that. It's just not happening. And he don't hear heathen prayers. He just don't do that. So to be a devout man in the law, which means he has to have been given the law. You understand? Somebody gave him the law and it was passed down with his whole house, his whole family. He comes from that stock. Devout men come from that stock. Now give me Acts 2 and 5. And after Acts 2 and 5, then take me back to Acts 22 and 12.
Come. Acts 2 and 5. And there were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews.
What?
They were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews.
What kind of people?
Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Let's go.
Devoured men.
No, devout.
Devout men.
The reason why we came back to devout men is that the only people that was known to be devoted to God were the Jews. Right? So it said that there were dwelling in Jerusalem Jews, devout men. Read.
Out of every nation under heaven.
Meaning also out of Rome, out of Greece, out of Italy, you want to know how I know? You want to know how I know? Because if you just read on further, it'll tell you all the races that Jews were from out of that were devout men. Read. Drop down to verse 9.
Verse 9. Parthians.
Parthians. It was Jews out of Parthia. Read. And Medes.
You got this?
Yeah.
Medes and Melanites.
Now the Medes were neighbors to the Persians, and the Elamites are the East Indians. It was Jews there too. Read.
And Elamites.
Elamites. Those were the dot heads. Them the dot heads right now.
Okay. India, right?
Yeah, those are the ones from Pakistan, right next to Pakistan. Go ahead.
Now the dwellers of Mesopotamia.
Yes, Mesopotamia, Iraq, Iran. Go ahead. And in Judea. Let me read it for time's sake. I'm gonna read it for time's sake. And Cappadocia, and in Pontus. Pontus is where Cornelius is from. Go ahead.
Which is where again?
Italy. Yes. And Asia, and Persia, and Pamphylia, and in Egypt, and in parts of Libya about Cyrene, and strangers of Rome, Jews and proselytes, Crates and Arabians. We do hear them speak in our tongues, and brother. And guess what? Guess who was from Cyrene? Y'all ain't gonna guess. We Septimius Severus. The first, listen to me. Guess who was from Cyrene? There was a place in Cyrene, which is where Septimius Severus is from, who was the first holy Roman emperor. When I say holy, I mean black Roman emperor. The black people were known as the holy people of the Holy Bible. And then when we took over, then the whole empire wasn't known as the Roman Empire anymore. It was known as the Holy Roman Empire because blacks and Hispanics ruled that motherfucker. Just trying to tell you what's happening. Now, with that being said, let's go to history real quick. Can we go to history? History. Now, here's a book. Okay. Here's a book. It's called Our Living Bible. See, white people, they be forgetting. You can't just let niggas get educated and start reading. Once we start reading, now you got us who know how to be. And I'm telling you right now, Hispanics should run America. Don't believe me? Look at the news. Look at the news. The same people that ICE is hunting down. No outbursts, please. Same people that ICE is hunting down. There was a white sheriff whose family was about to die and drown, and they had to call on the Mexican government. You know, them same niggas who ICE people. They didn't have no compassion. And 1 second, they didn't have no compassion at the Rio Grande when niggas was trying to escape Mexico and come to America and try to find some type of peace. You know what they was doing to our brothers and sisters? Shooting them in the water. You understand? Go ahead. Letting them drown.
Yeah. John, so that was heavy that you said that. Because, well, we already know how the president of the United States already feels towards
about Mexico.
Like,
period.
Just,
yeah.
I mean, doing them wrong and making them disappear, basically.
Absolutely. Because where them 1,500 kids at? I still want to know where they at.
I got a TikTok on my old TikTok where it said we had 85,000 children missing from the facilities in the border. You know what I'm saying? So, but besides the heat that we're getting from the United States, the president of Mexico wasn't even tripping. But I think she was thinking, how many Mexicans could be under that condition? Go ahead, shoot that. You know what I mean?
Then what she say? She was sending her best.
Oh yeah,
she sent her best. Mm-hmm. Bro, them niggas came through and they could have been like, "Yep, no, that water's too high.
Right?
I can't do that. I'm sorry, I got to go back home." They didn't do that.
They're saving dogs and all.
They wouldn't save everything.
Yeah, right.
And you know what's gonna happen? ICE is still going to come and raid our brothers and send them back to a place where they don't even belong. Because America is Mexico. Don't you know that the Aztecs was as far as up here in Illinois? They're everywhere, nigga. You understand? They was there first before they went down there.
Right, exactly.
You know, I know, because nigga, right. You know, we be doing our thing when we come to the history shit. I can't wait to y'all get in here and start teaching this history. He gonna blow your mind. He got books. But I tried to get his books in the school. He didn't give them up. You know what I'm saying? One day, hopefully.
Native American were in the barter system. We'll let you borrow some books.
Ain't no thing. A nigga like me, I'll just donate everything here so y'all all can get the knowledge. All can have it. But that's fine. We're gonna get them books. Don't sweat it. But check this out. They should be running the earth right now, obviously, because they have enough compassion on the same people who doing their people dirty enough to go into a dangerous situation that white people would have looked and said, "Oh, there was nothing we could do for them." Mm-hmm. The Mexicans got out there and handled that. Talking about white people, the best swimmers. Where? Last time I checked, it was a nigga jumped in the river and saved some white girls and got up out the water like it wasn't nothing. He was like, "Yeah, all right, I'm good." I say, "Wait, is a police officer in there too?" Went back in there. I'm talking about where you can't go swimming at. Jumped in there and did it. Bro, Black Hispanic people, bro, we the salt of the earth. And let me show you how I know, because Cornelius, who was a centurion, was a salt of the earth. That's how he became a centurion. Because he was just that bad. He was that bad of a cat. Go ahead.
What's crazy was too is that Trump was going to be hard for the cartels, because we have at this time we have the biggest cartel heads in United States facilities. We got Chapo Guzman, which we all know, right? In Chicago, right? Mm-hmm. We not captured his son. Mm-hmm. He's in Chicago. Mm-hmm. But even though Chapo Guzman was big in the Sinaloa cartel, we got somebody that's way
bigger than him.
Is. And he also captured in the United States of America. So right now there's a huge war.
And El Chapo's son is the one who betrayed him.
No, it goes both ways, because the black man manipulated the both.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Come on, Esau is what? I don't want
to. But let me tell you this, though. He's cunning. Let me tell you this. He's only cunning if you.
There's huge war right now. I think it's been over 300 bodies already in 1 week. Like, it's big.
I know. I keep my ears to this.
Right.
It's bad out there.
Bad.
People,
super bad.
People don't even want to go to the market. None of that, because they taking regular citizens and do. I know. I keep my eye to everything. And here's what I'm telling you. If niggas was to just stop the drug shit in Mexico, I mean, at this point, nigga, you got enough money now. You got money. So much money is rotten in the ground. Or just take that money, do something different with it. Pledge your sword to the manager.
Right.
Go find Yashikar. He's there. Just go find him. He'll help you out. I wish I could say that in Spanish, but my day in Spanish is going to learn.
Si quieres ayuda a un mexicano que está en la escuela israelita, busca a mi carnal, Yashkar Panyashkar. Ese camarada, un hermano de nosotros, está locado en Texas, pero también está en México. So, si quieres ayuda, búscala a Yashkar Panyashkar en Texas, también está en Facebook, IG, ahí búscale.
That's how you can find it. I'm gonna get all y'all to camp one of these days. Get this nigga to camp. I've been trying to speak in a Mexican dialect for so long. It sounds good in my head, but you don't want to say that. Anyway, let's get to the book, man. Big up to my brother from the tribe of Isupk, man. Some of the best people that you can ever find on this planet, brother. Who the world turned their back on. Black people, we ain't following Dr. Umar. We're gonna follow what Captain Tazariak said, which is Commander General Yohana said, which is what Christ said, which is what the Lord said. We're gonna come together. We ain't gonna turn our back on our brother. And if anything, if we talking about a barter system, we owe Isupk.
That's why.
Big night. You understand? Here's a book called Our Living Bible, page chapter 310. At the bottom it says, literally, at the time of Acts, the population was evenly divided between the Jews and the Romans, right? Excuse me. The centurion Cornelius, who we was talking about, just read about, right? Evidently was one of the non-commissioned officers entrusted with the training and command of the troops raised among the allies of the Romans in the Hellenistic cities. Y'all don't understand what that just said. He was non-commissioned, which means he was an enlisted nigga who joined the army and rose up to the ranks to where now he can also train and raise up people that was in the ghetto, which is the Hellenistic cities. Don't believe me? Let's go find it. Donovan's Bible Dictionary. Let's find the word Helen. And then after this, we're going to close the class out. Hellenist, non-Greeks who spoke Greek. Help you out with that again. Hellenist. It's page 347 in the Zondovan's Bible Pictorial Dictionary. Hellenist, non-Greeks who spoke Greek. A term usually a term used specially of Jews who made Greek their tongue, and with it often adopted Greek ideas and practices. The Grecians or Hellenists. Cornelius was a nigga. That's it.
That's right.
I can go further with that. I really don't even have to. You understand? Cornelius was a nigga. You understand? He never would have stabbed Christ in his side because he loved his brother. You understand? It was a Roman centurion, because centurion is just a rank. It was a Roman centurion that was at Christ's side at that crucifixion, that gave him vinegar and started stabbing him to see if he was dead or not. You understand? And Christ, he ain't forget about it. He coming back. Revelation chapter 1 verse 7 says so. And when he come back, the race of the people that pierced him, hung him to that damn tree, hung him in front of his mother and his father in his goddamn drawers, and did him like that, and pierced his side and beat him and whipped him all the way up to Golgotha, all the way up to the goddamn spot where they was doing it. He ain't never gonna forget that. It's never. He's coming back for revenge. God hates and Christ hates, and he don't love everybody. There's some people that got to go. And then they just gonna mix up the people that we get to whip in the back with the whip. With the scourge. And with that, pass class over to preaching out tonight.
ISUPK security announcement. We are the ISUPK, starting out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers 18, 21, and Malachi 3, 8 through 10.
Pay your little nail money. Sacrifice your nails. Sacrifice your blunts. Sacrifice the scampy clothes and all that. Sacrifice Call of Duty packs. Yeah, I'm really doing it. I'm telling on people right now. Yeah, I'm telling. I don't give a damn about snitching. Come see me. You know what I mean? Sacrifice your alcohol. You understand? Sacrifice that headpiece. Cap, hey, look, Cap ain't gonna like this. You ain't gotta go broke on Captain Cesaryak's products. If you can't pay your tithe and buy it, pay your tithe first and then wait for that 50% off sale that Cap be doing. You know what I'm saying? I know Cap got his 50% off sale going on right now. Just go to Cesaryak and Lily Creation. You know what I'm saying? On Etsy.com or go to Amazon, wherever the hell he got it. I think he got it somewhere everywhere. You damn nigga can go to Walgreens and get it now. Nah, I don't think you can, but I'm just speaking that. You know how Christians say I'm speaking that. All right. Hallelujah. All right, let's go.
Means 10th in the Hebrew, my Isupk.
You don't need them Jordans either. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
10% of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher, priest fund, which is a free will offering for priests.
Mm-hmm.
Not mandatory.
Not what?
Mandatory.
Listen. Know the difference between tithe and the priest fund. You better pay your tithes at isupk.com or contact ZQ in this area. Don't give me your tithe, brother. I'm gonna look at it like it's a priest fund, and then me and the brothers are gonna be at the bar somewhere kicking it. Yeah, that's for the gas, all that. The gas to get to the bar. We're gonna stop at Olive Garden afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere. We're gonna spend some dividend. You feel me? Nah, go ahead.
Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation.
Just say check the bulletin board.
Check the bulletin board for upcoming holy convocations. Also, we have the Midwest Fire Weekend coming up.
Yeah, boy.
July 31st to the 5th.
Uh-huh.
If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. That's boots, shirt, pants, headband, and or scarf. With that, men of Israel, Amadi.
Men of Israel.
Gonna give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amadi, Madi Shabbat, Madi, Barak, Yahweh, Yahweh, turn to the sisters. The Akwafian Amadian, which means to stand. We're gonna give a courtesy salute to the sisters, men of Israel, Mighty Shabbat, Mighty Barak. Yaguta. Class dismissed.
Pray her expedition.